y'all for tuning in to another episode of A Tall Woman's Perspective podcast. This is episode 7. A very, very special episode because we have our first guest. Yes, that's right. We got our very first guest, my girl B Cash, aka my niecey Pooh, my honey, my personal diary, and last, a comedian. She's a comedian. We'll have you cracking the up, okay? Yes, we got a really good episode for y'all today. Also, shout out our listeners for giving us the topics. First topic is men versus women. Men allegedly thinking realistically and women allegedly thinking emotionally. Why can't the two work together? Why do they seem so incompatible in today's era? Next topic, we're going to jump into Keith Lee with those Atlanta restaurant reviews. Woo, woo, woo. And the last topic, we're going to jump into men and women constantly bashing each other on social media. So as y'all can see, we got a really good episode for y'all today. Can't wait to see what everyone's point of view and perspective on those topics are. Definitely subscribe to A Tall Woman's Perspective podcast YouTube channel to stay updated with everything. All right, y'all, we're going to jump into it. Hey y'all, welcome to episode 7. So we have some really, really good topics for y'all. I can't wait to jump into them. The first topic is we're going to get into Keith Lee, the TikToker. We're going to jump into that. He got social media in a frenzy right now. ATL restaurants is not liking him.
Okay, so what y'all know about Keith so far? Is this your first time being introduced to him?
Yeah, this whole scandal, not scandal, this whole thing is like new. Like I just seen him. I saw his background. First, I thought it was a wrestler, not gonna lie. And then I thought it was somebody else. But when I seen him, I was like, they say he an MMA fighter, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know anything about him reviewing food and all that. Like I know like a chick that do it. I can't remember her name right now, but I never knew that he, this is my first time getting introduced to the dude.
Okay. What about you?
I didn't know a thing. I don't. I seen something a few months ago where he got emotional. His wife had bought him a car. That's the only thing I know about him other than the ATL restaurant reviews. So that's the only thing I know.
Okay. So like I said, I'm a TikToker. So I've been for a couple months, and he seemed like he gained majority of his following. People knew who he was from MMA, but he gained majority of his following on TikTok from doing the food reviews. Okay. And why people liked him is because he was so honest. So any review he did, he gave his honest opinion. And for the most part, I think he was in Vegas. I think he lives in Vegas. Okay. So a lot was in Vegas, but he really gained a large platform, a large following because he was so honest, and that's what people liked about him. And I guess he decided to take it on tour now. Started seeing the videos once he went to ATL, and I just was trying to figure out why someone giving their honest opinion after being asked to review it, because people were telling him to come to these restaurants. So why is him being honest now, and it's your business that's under scrutiny? Why is that such an issue now? That's what's confusing, because he's been doing it. That's why
it sound like Keith Lee didn't want to play ball.
And that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
thought that because he had made a name for himself, that he was special treatment because he got a name. You know how most people do once they get a little popular. I'm behind what everybody else do. Allow you to treat me like I'm the fucking president. While everybody else getting treated badly. He sent his family in there to go get a table. And them people told them people it was an hour and a half wait.
Crazy.
Until they saw him and they was like, oh, we gonna make a way.
Yeah, 15 minutes. Let's go have a seat now.
Yeah, but he should understand that's how it worked though. That's how it worked.
But I seen on Twitter earlier, he doesn't refer to himself as a celebrity. He keeps saying, I'm a regular person.
He can say that all he want.
Exactly.
How many followers he got?
Yeah, he's a celebrity, but he tried to, oh, I'm not a celebrity. I'm just a regular person.
Look, man.
And I think that could be what's stirring, like you know how they go. The restaurants are just like, damn, like you said, you're not playing ball. So I think that's what they didn't like about it. But I've been the old lady gang personally, and it was a long wait. Just all of the restaurants in Atlanta just gave like long waits. I forget, it was like the breakfast bar, or it was like a popular brunch spot there, and the wait was like hours. So we just went somewhere else. So I know Atlanta is like that, and it's crazy. It's just that now, Keith Lee, the boy, all they heavy pressure over there. So these restaurants are just like, damn.
Treat people.
Why? I gotta.
That's all he wants people to do. Treat people like they special, no matter who they are.
Exactly.
I have to be a celebrity to get special treatment.
Exactly. Yes.
People come in there and they willing to pay you top dollar.
Mm-hmm.
A restaurant. Nobody should take precedence over me because I'm a regular customer, and this person, he got a little. Yeah, like
look, this person with a little following, they're gonna bring at least 1,000 people in the next 3 days.
Trying to make. That's the point he's trying to make. He's going to borrow all these people here, and then they're going to come there and say they had horrible customer service because they're not going to get treated like how he treated.
Like how he is. Exactly.
Treated. So why
they
would
get treated like regular customers?
Exactly.
That might not tip.
You wouldn't have got that review.
They might not tip.
Exactly.
And a regular customer, they might not even tell anybody about the service. Say if the food was great. You feel me? Like, they're not gonna just be like, yo, man, the world come to this restaurant and 1,000 people gonna come. Keith Lee, oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Like, your whole language changed.
If the food is good, one thing about it, Black folk don't even really care about the customer service if the food good. They don't. Right. We go to them ass Chinese restaurants, niggas, we ain't seen them unload a food truck in this bitch yet. Right. But we are eating whatever they giving us. Oh, they got the best chicken wings. That lady don't like Black folk at all, but you gonna go there and get your damn chicken wings.
Yeah, she gonna get your attitude and everything.
Yeah.
Not the place I go to. It's $1.50 scoop. Anything you want, $1.50. And you come in there.
Oh, it smiles, but you know how it is here in Philly. You know how it is here in Philly.
Yeah, you know.
You get an attitude with your order.
It's the same way here. It's a popularity contest.
Yeah.
This in the hair industry, it's all that shit. They give the celebrities the good bundles, and then you go to hard-earned money, damn near $500 on some bundles, and that shit like cat hair stuck at the back of your neck.
I think that's different. That's bad business.
It's bad business in the restaurant business
as
too.
well.
Because that's product. That's product. They giving you bad work.
The food is product. You going there to eat.
Yeah, but the food good though. Hey. He had a problem because they ain't want to. They ain't want. Who is this? Grandma? Who's with him?
It's a service. You're providing a service to someone. You're trying to make it about the person. You're providing a service to the community. It doesn't make
the community gotta wait because we like party of 5. Come on, man. It's a lot of people in here. We can't.
That's the problem. You had space for a party of 5, and you had me wait for an hour and a half. You knew you could have got me in here. My dollar spend just like his.
I don't know. He gonna bring at least a good 100 grand by the end of like.
Word of mouth is spread through regular people. Before it was influencers.
That's about like 3, and that's not a given.
Yes, it is. we figured out who the best hairstylist is in the city because word of mouth.
Yeah, but that's a different thing. That's a different thing.
Too. The good food is word of mouth too. I only tried Ruth Chris because my folks told me about it. That's it. I'm not checking for those places. I tried it. The food was mid. I ain't go back.
See, you should get a review. That's where he need to go. Let him go to Ruth Chris.
But we already
and give a bad review over there.
We already know they hitting for it though. We know that if you actually give him good product, he can catapult your business.
I'm just saying, like, come on, like, he a black man. You feel me? Like, why are you doing that? I don't see him going to McDonald's doing these type of reviews.
We already know what McDonald's hitting for. He don't need to. McDonald's is
there might be somebody that never had McDonald's for. Why Keith Lee can't go to White Castle?
Do we know? See, I'm not that much into TikTok, so I'm gonna do some more research to see what other restaurants, because all we know about is Atlanta restaurants right now. So we should probably do a little more. Let's see, because
black people make it seem like he's attacking these business, and he's not. He's been doing it the whole time, giving honest reviews. If he had
it's a difference between an honest review and not having empathy for the service worker. Whoever gave his grandma a hard time, she probably had a hell of a morning.
But he didn't that's the thing. I don't think that he gave a hard time. It's just the wait time.
I watched the whole video. No, I ain't watched the video at all.
So we got to do some more research.
That's what I'm saying. Was his grandma out there? Because if his grandma was out there, then I'll be like, all right, they was wrong. You got to sit Grams down.
No, I think
video. So you can't form an opinion on something, educated opinion on something if you didn't watch it.
Unfortunately, we live in America. That's all we do.
He didn't say anything wrong, though. He didn't attack those businesses. He just gave an honest review.
What did he say?
He said that I sent my I think he sends his wife, his kids, mother in there.
Oh, so grandma was around there. All right, you got it.
Table. They wanted to dine. They actually wanted to take out the food, but they said they don't do takeout on the weekends because they're too busy. They said, okay, we'll take a table then.
Right.
They an hour and a half wait. They told him, because he stayed in the truck, because he wants to give an honest review. He does not want his face to affect the way you treat him. He wants to see what it's like.
I thought he wasn't a celebrity. Why he acting like one?
Nobody said he wasn't a celebrity.
Didn't y'all say he a regular man?
He is a regular man. People know who he is, though.
That ain't regular. He can't walk the streets without somebody bothering him.
It's different too, as far as it's out media. We want your feedback. So it's kind of like he's saying he doesn't refer to himself as a celebrity, but at the end of the day, those restaurants are viewing him as that, right? Because they want to come out and get. Yeah, so I we will clearly have you too.
Look, hold on. Look,
we gotta dig in, because he might have reviewed some major, restaurants that we just don't know about. It's just that all we know is Atlanta.
His focus is like the smaller ones, so he can give them this because he has the platform to do so.
That's not doing a good job.
What you mean?
If he had a bad experience, he could have not posted it and tell them about his bad experience.
Why would he
come back? I will come back another time, and if the business and the customer service is up to par, go there with your other family. You got another family. Go there with somebody else. Send somebody else up in there, and if they treat them better, then you go ahead. All right, maybe it was just that server's day. They had a bad day.
You don't want to honest. You don't. You want, because it was a black.
He didn't have to review it at all yet, because he didn't get the experience that he wanted. He set them up with that I'm not a celebrity stuff, but you're gonna sit in the car. Only people that do that for real, that's gonna send their family up in there and then sit in the car, is contemplating robbing the place.
Well, his plan was to get takeout. He just wanted the food. His plan was to get takeout.
But his plan was to get takeout, but he took out that business.
You don't know him, so he food reviews in his car. He eats food in the fucking car.
Look, so how can you really do it? You can't talk about the customer service. You're gonna take the food and leave.
Well,
but he experienced it that day, though. He experienced it that day. Going in there and understanding.
He was mad he couldn't get the takeout, so he said, "I'm gonna take y'all out instead."
I don't think that was
targeting.
That I don't think that was
different. And I think we should do more research on it.
Yeah.
To get a better understanding.
Look, I don't need no research, man. I know.
But no, I didn't know that he does. I mean, if he gets takeout and he does the reviews by eating the food in his car, you can't compare that to actually going to dine in. That's two completely different things. So I thought that he's actually going to these restaurants to dine in.
So look,
so clearly I got to.
He went inside with bad intentions because he couldn't get his takeout because he felt entitled that he was going to get takeout. He felt so entitled, he thought his family got the rub.
You created that off the top of your dome.
Look, man, I'm about to watch the video right now. Hold up. So we're gonna put that to bed. I'm gonna watch the video. See how long.
No, but then you're gonna be on there forever. You're gonna be on here for the rest of the episode, honestly, because it's all chopped up. Like the first.
I just want to see how they treated grandma, sister, and kids.
And you got other celebrities chiming in on it as well. So it's
like who?
I didn't see the first initial video that he made.
They doing the same thing you're doing essentially. Just you don't like how this sounds, so you form an opinion. This don't sound good. Instead of getting the whole story, that doesn't make sense.
Here's my question, because then you're gonna have to stop with that. Are you gonna tell me the story?
Of course not. We ain't got enough time for that.
So you can't tell me that.
No,
you're not willing to tell me the story that you say that you know.
I want you to watch and form your own opinion. Then you.
But if you told me what happened,
all your own.
I can form an opinion off of what you told me. I can see.
But we didn't cover everything that happened.
Through word of mouth, because the way I process it and the way you process it is two different things. So you would have to go watch it and form an opinion for yourself.
I watched it.
On him, his character.
Oh, please.
I did watch it. I watched it. It was like 6 a.m. I watched it 3 days ago.
Oh, you wasn't woke yet. You weren't woke.
That's why I said the only thing I didn't see was his grandparents. I didn't know who was there. I saw him in the car saying, "Yo, man, they didn't want to give me my takeout, so I'm gonna take them."
Not even how
Well, I caught the end of it, so I didn't see. Of course, I don't be too tapped into it until like it's all. I guess the video that I was referring to, as far as him saying like, "Oh no, this is what happened after everything." The restaurant's going on the radio saying this, saying that. So I'm getting bits and pieces. So I am gonna go back and see from everything from the start. I feel
just feel his energy, his character, the way he carried himself, the way he treated, how his come up and all of that matters, because he never came off like this arrogant guy that's trying to put Black people out of business. No. He wants people to understand that just because you think somebody is somebody, that doesn't mean you don't treat everybody with kindness. You don't move.
The world don't work like that though.
Person because I got more followers than her. I don't.
That sound like heaven. That don't sound like earth. Definitely don't sound like America.
This actually can be a human experience if people choose to look at it this way versus taking your stance, which is that's not the way things work.
Look, no. I'm with you. I'm with you. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, if we hold ourselves accountable and say, hey, your dollar spend just like the next motherfucker. Mm-hmm. If I get $500 from you, you should get the same treatment as the other motherfucker getting me $500.
Yeah, but they didn't even look.
Got more followers than treat you better.
Yeah. They probably seen grandma, wife, 2 kids. We gotta figure this out. We can't. It might be an hour and some change. We don't know what time he came in there.
No, they saw nobody. They saw somebody with no status. They thought there was a nobody, and they treated them like how they treat nobodies.
How long between them coming to the car and saying, "Baby,
treat you like somebody," and that's corny.
He probably came in after people left. We got a table.
After people left, it was.
No, Kevin, you making up shit at this point. You making the shit up.
Yo, y'all let me know in the comments if I sound crazy. I don't. I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I got on that topic, man. Keep doing your thing. You feel me? If it's a Black business, just keep the bad critique to yourself.
I mean, I haven't honestly all the food reviews I've heard of OLG haven't been good. Anyway, I've heard that their food is too salty. So
Well,
I
look
just
though,
told y'all
here's
I
my
didn't have
thing.
the best
I
experience
feel
when I
like
went.
my bad, my
yeah,
bad, my bad. I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna finish my part in this. I
Okay.
feel that instead of, because you want to grow these businesses, right? You shouldn't put out information that can stop your goal. If your goal is to help these businesses, one day out of however long they've been open, that one video about that one day, one incident, probably a 2-hour experience, he can cripple them forever. He could hold on to that video, say, yo, I didn't have a good experience. I'm not putting this video out. So y'all lost the opportunity. Instead of going on camera, yeah, man, I sit in my, you know what he
But
said.
if that's what he does, I mean, you're gonna get reviews. There's a lot of TikTokers and influencers, and
But
they always
that's how he got his followers though. That negative stuff.
said he
If
was
he
a
was straight
fighter.
positive, ain't nobody watching it,
Was
man.
it an AME fighter? So
uh,
I feel like we could go on and on and on with this topic, but that's enough for Keith Lee because it's gonna take up the whole episode. It's gonna take up the whole episode. We got 2 more topics to get into.
That's one for the men.
That's not no. I mean, I can't say I'm not too tapped into that, so I gotta really go back and look at all of the videos.
yeah,
But everybody got their own perspectives and point of views of it.
Look,
yeah.
everything I said had nothing to do with like personal. It was more of a general thing. So
I get you, but that's not one for the men. But
okay.
okay.
Here it is. Look at the comments. Look at the comments.
Please, everybody, we want y'all point of view on it as well, and how y'all feel about this Keith Lee bringing, according to Kev, some negative energy, negative reviews.
Yeah,
but it's real. And as I mentioned, I went to OLG myself,
yeah.
and I ain't have a good experience. So,
Yeah,
and
honestly,
I'm a regular person. It was terrible, but that was a good topic. So if y'all can, make sure y'all go in the comments, let us know how y'all feel on that topic.
oh, shit.
All right. So that was a really, really good topic. Be sure to definitely let us know in our comment section how y'all feel about Keith Lee and the ATL restaurant reviews. Next topic for us is from our listeners. So I forget his ad name. Please. But the next topic is men versus women. So he also gave his point of view. So his point of view it's pretty lengthy. So I'm gonna look over here and read it. He thinks men thinks realistically, but women think emotionally. He said the two together can conquer the world, but in today's era, it seems like they are incompatible. How do y'all feel about that?
Well,
go first.
some men think realistically. Some men use emotion, just like some women think realistically, and some women use emotion. You have your things that do work out with certain people. It might be a lot of compromising in play, and that's where things have changed with women. We're not willing to take as much as we used to in order to say we have a man. A lot of the facade of love and whatever comes with being with a man is slowly starting to get debunked, and we're starting to realize that the value is not in being with a man. That's what the problem is. So it's not really about. We all know that we can work together with a man. A man and a woman can work if you're both willing to compromise in certain ways. But what are you willing to compromise is the problem. Is the real question. Because a lot of shit sometimes the shit just ain't worth. Like depending on the person coming with it, what's at stake. Like, is this worth compromising my peace of mind? Who I am? Is this worth this? Most women are choosing to opt out at this point. Because they're being realistic. They're not being emotional. If we were being emotional, we'll still be trying to, do what we used to do.
Yeah, back in the day, what grandma did. right? Back in the day, and grandma put it with a lot back in the day. But the women today are not.
She was coming to her father's tutelage, and they were trying to get her out the house and get her up under a man who could take care of her.
And that's the difference between today's era
and that no more.
Right.
We can go get that shit ourselves. Yeah. So it's like I ain't gotta really put up with you cheating on me and beating my ass up and down the steps for real, because I can go shit myself. I can go buy a crib myself. I can do things by myself. So if I do have you here, so you like parsley, my already cooked Alfredo. How you feel?
How you feel? What's your take on the topic?
I honestly feel like this is not a human male or female issue. I feel like this is just a black issue. Only black people are concerned about this type of stuff. Only black people will have the mindset of I will opt out instead of having a family. And it's advertised. It's only advertised to black women and black men to stay separated. It's not advertised to white people. It's not advertised to Chinese people. It's not to Spanish people, because we see a whole lot of those families. You don't see black families because of that style right there. You don't need a man. You don't need a woman. That type of deal. That's only a black issue. You know what I mean?
Nobody said you don't need a man. Well, honestly, you don't need a man. You want a man. You want a healthy relationship.
But saying that saying only happens in the black race. You don't hear no other race say that.
Okay. Well, in this day and age where you listen to men speak on how they feel about black women, because women are listening to you all, and that's what you say we don't do. You say we don't listen. So we're putting on our listening ears, and we're listening to you all say hard truths about us, and those hard truths sound like you don't really want us there. Because
I think that's the result of the beginning of that. Having like just splitting the black female and the black male apart. Everything they throw at us, whether it's music, movies, TV, social media platforms, fake lists that only black people are going to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Just to further that divide. That's what's going on. And it results into what you was just talking about.
Well, you don't need those things to further the divide, because if you in the real world and you existed in these relationships, there's a divide. These things are just amplifying it. Social media is amplifying it. People are speaking more. They're giving people a platform to speak on these things. The divide.
What other races speaking about this?
Well, I don't really give a fuck about other races. I'm not white.
All right. I'm pro-black. I'm pro-black. You feel me? And I feel like this type of stuff is the reason why black people are where we at right now.
Well, where we are right now is a pivotal point. We can either change and help each other and come together, or we can grow apart. We can either listen to each other.
We shouldn't be at that point, period.
Yes, we should. We should be listening to
what other races like that.
There's other races that are like that. It's just that I feel like black
that
people
promote that. Let me say that promote that.
They're speaking about it more. And to be honest, a lot of black men are not.
I'm taking both sides. Like men, what they say about women and black women in the music, women, what they say about guys online. You feel me? Like it's everybody. I'm not picking a side. I'm just saying I don't see this nowhere else but in our world.
Right. Now, question for you though: do you have friends of other races, and
Yeah.
Like, do you know?
Do y'all know what Chinese people talk about? Y'all know
I was going to say I don't. So, do you have them?
Yeah, I had 2 Chinese friends. I had 1 Japanese friend, 2 Korean friends, a couple, like plenty white friends, Mexican friends, Spanish friends, Jamaican friends, Haitian friends. I got friends like.
I have quite a friends. One of my closest friends is Cambodian, and she, at the end of the day, she in today's era, she's not putting up with a lot of shit that grandma, auntie, everybody put up with back in the day. They're not doing it anymore. Yeah. And to add on to that, with my perspective with that as well, is a lot of men are not leading. So I feel like they're forcing us. I know for me personally,
If you ain't leading and I see you can't properly lead, I'm out. And I'm going to build this shit up myself. So now I'm kind of being forced to do that.
We're living in the result of breaking them families up. Father's not in the house. Father's not in the house teaching their sons how to be men. Like, that's a result. That's the result.
No. So that's where it's wrong for me, because I know a little boy needs the father. You can co-parent, everything can work out. But at the end of the day, now I'm supposed to be depressed, my mental state, because I want this family to work. This man is stressing me the fuck out. Yeah, I gotta just stick in there.
Y'all just picked the wrong, person.
It's a lot more wrong than right. Like, let's start it. I'm listening to these guys online, and a lot of them, when they speak about the women that they had children with, a lot of them knew they didn't like those women a long while before they got pregnant. Mm-hmm. So you knew within 2 months, I don't really like this girl, but you kept on having sex with her, and in result, you made a baby. You knew you would never marry her. You knew you didn't see anything past fucking her. What would you then create a child for with somebody that you don't see anything past? I just like fucking this girl and that's it.
And that
sound like
so that's contributing to it.
That doesn't really make
contributing to it. That's speaking to our race. That happens.
Look, you can have that, but on the same end, it's the other side too. There are a lot of black families too. Still, I'm talking about this, like the topic. He said, like, this is online, right? This is the one that said no. That's the other one.
No, so the topic was, and this was his point: men versus women, and how he felt as though men is thinking realistically and women are thinking emotionally, and he felt like basically the two together can conquer the world. That's not what's happening in today's era.
Based off what? Based off what? I would ask him that. Based off what? Because you're just saying stuff. What you say? I said in that last segment. I was just saying stuff about Keith Lee. Well, that's the same thing.
We can definitely put up a poll. I'm going to definitely reply and let him know what we think and what you think, male to male perspective. Mm-hmm. You want a little more insight on what he feels. But that was his topic.
More families. You see more black families than just like mom and dad co-parenting. Do you see more families together?
In the real world, I'm seeing it, but online, for what's being promoted, what's being told to people, I don't see it. Okay. You would think it's worse than what it is. Like, like, perfect example. When we were younger, you feel me? Like when they used to show the Feed My Children commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Talking about how bad over here is until you actually go over there. You be like, yo, it's not bad at all.
Right.
Like, yo, it's the programming, and they and what they do to our people, male and female. Mm-hmm. Like, they got us like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree to a certain extent. There are some things that are in place to keep us apart, but us speaking on this experience, everybody's not just saying this for no reason. So honestly, I see more black families online than I do in real life. So I see more dad in the house online than I do in my day-to-day.
I mean, this is a question, you know what I'm saying? Like, can that just be like an environment? Like, that's just your environment.
Well, I'm in the inner city. We in the inner city, and
but think of the think of what's there. Think what's there instead of like what's going on there and what's going on in suburban areas.
But you know what I mean? Not in suburban areas. So the fact of the matter is,
it is a lot of people in suburban, like black people in suburban areas, though.
Okay.
But when I mean urban, I'm not even talking about race at this point. I'm just talking about where you at.
Okay. From my experience, majority of the people that I'm around, they are still in the city. That's I'm just speaking from my experience. It might be a lot of suburban blacks, but from my experience, a lot of us is in the city, and a lot of us are having a experience that we're sharing online, which is you make a child and y'all can't stay together. Like, you make a child and y'all go apart. Even with a lot of people online, we see the same thing. They try to stick it out after they had a child, and things usually don't work out. Maybe they can co-parent, but from what I see, that's not happening. That's not really happening. But I see more families together online than in real life. And so, to a certain extent, it can be some programming there. But also, I feel like we are at a point now where we need to stop talking at each other and talk to understand each other, listen, and figure out a way to come to some type of compromise. So
we would have to shut down. We would have to shut down all our socials. We would have to stop listening to hip hop. We would have to stop we would have to stop doing a lot of things that tell you this every day. And you can be above it and all, but you're getting, like, if you hear something, like, perfect example. I know it's a song that y'all know the words to that y'all don't really know like that. That's because y'all probably heard it in the store often or heard it at work often, and you start singing the words and you don't even like the song. You know what I'm saying? It's a programming. We're getting shown the same things like all our life. It's the same thing. And they just add a little more to it each year. Add a little more to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to be above of what the program is for things to work. And unfortunately for us, we getting targeted the most. Really, y'all getting targeted the most, the black women. Yeah. Then it's us. You know what I'm saying? But y'all definitely get programmed crazy. Like, they sending mad programs into y'all. You feel me?
No, men are also getting programmed. But
yeah, we just above y'all on that list.
If you live your life through social media and you so tapped into that and you don't have a life outside of that as a woman, okay, and let's not even say male and female. Yeah, it's gonna program you. I know I've seen personally a lot of men that I know not through social media that I can say is being programmed. So it's not because you a woman and you're being programmed. I don't agree with that. You got it. And then a lot, your upbringing, it's so many factors that come into that. And then these phones and all of that. If you get rid of social media, I agree with you on that part.
And we the last that experience life before phones. We the last of that era. So and everybody, they don't know life without electronics, social media, and all that shit. So that section of kids, which they're kids at this point, they are getting some sort of programming. But us right now, I feel like a lot of us are just speaking from experience, and we're hearing hard truths as well. And instead of us sitting with the hard truths and figuring out a way to fix shit, we say, all right, well, that's it. We can't come to a common ground and chalk it, because I can tell you right now, I'm not in business of, like forcing evolution. It's either you want to do this or you don't. And if you don't, by all means, you ain't got to.
It just sounds like people just need to make better decisions.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree on that for sure.
Men, women, black, white, up, everybody. Down. You feel me? Just gotta make better decisions, man.
Mm-hmm. And that comes from experience. Because experience and time, because at this big old age now, I look back on a lot of things that I did, and honestly, if I had the experience and the time I had now, I wouldn't have done that shit.
Half of the shit. I feel like definitely. I feel like we can all agree on that.
Hindsight is crazy.
If I done that shit quick, I wouldn't have did none of that shit.
Yeah, we can all agree on that for sure.
Yeah. Hindsight crazy.
But decision making comes with time. You got to go through some shit to be like, I shouldn't have did that.
Trial and error.
Our job is just to pass down the right knowledge to the next.
Yes.
In a way that they can accept it, because you already know. When we was teens, we didn't want to hear nothing the old heads were saying.
Exactly.
But it was certain old heads that connected to you because they spoke a language that you spoke.
Yeah.
So we just got to do that, and we got to do it for real. You know what I'm saying? And like,
But the footwork for sure.
Yeah. You got to still be willing to speak to the people coming after us. Because, a lot of motherfuckers, they feel like you ain't listening. They just say, well, fuck you. No. It's a way you do. It's a way you come off for people to be receptive. And, if you got a story and you feel like you can save somebody from doing some nut shit, share it. Like, I'm going to tell every young girl, even older women, if you ain't got certain things in your life yet, just wait. It ain't no rush. Don't let these people make you think that it's a time on, you got to do this. And you got to do, that's how you end up making poor decisions. Because you think it's a time on your biological clock and you should have this by now. And you should have this by now. There's no time on this shit. Take your time and pick the right person.
Definitely. That's great advice too.
Yeah, that's good.
All righty. So shout out to the listener that gave us that topic. That was really good. I'm going to be DMing you soon because Kev, what did you want to know? You got to remind me.
Where he get his information from?
Where he get his information from? Well, I'm sure he's experienced it. He's probably a little
His
older.
experience is not enough. There's too many people on this planet.
But you said something else. So we're going at the end of this. It was a different question you had for him.
No, it was just the data. It was like, what's the data? Like, you feel me? Like, you can't just say man and woman. You could say some, but if you just
emotionally,
general,
men thinking emotionally. I mean, and realistically, in women, I'm definitely DM him so we get some more feedback.
I bet you're not gonna get a real
watch
answer.
This episode, he'll comment, give us his feedback with everybody else too.
Mm-hmm.
You probably know Keith Lee.
Wait, say that again.
You probably know Keith Lee.
You probably know. Oh, damn.
Talk about him. That man married with kids. He can't be so.
I mean, he could probably know him. I didn't see him late night. Not to say he probably know him.
All righty, y'all. So that was a good topic. Shout out to our listener that gave us our last topic. We moving right on to the next one is, do you feel as though, ladies, do you feel as though men are constantly bashing us on social media? Fellas, do y'all feel like the women are constantly bashing y'all on social media? I'm gonna go first. So I feel like, yes, men, I feel like a lot of men on social media don't like women. The shit that I'm seeing in my feed is just like, damn. Like, really? You just really constantly talking down on women? It's terrible. I don't know if it's my algorithm, but I feel that way. And I kind of feel that way off of social media too, honestly, if we speaking, tapping into that damn world. What's y'all take on it? How y'all feel?
Have you going?
Yeah, I can go first because I think, and hear me out on this one. I think what y'all see, like, because I see the total opposite. I see nothing but women bashing men, right? But check this out, though. We're only seeing this stuff because our phones know who we are. So they want to keep us under this thing. You feel me? Because, like, if you had a conversation, tell me, you know, you could say you never had it or you had it. You had a conversation with somebody, and maybe a day or two later, you start to see ads for it.
Yeah. When I talk about shopping, yeah.
Yeah, they know what you like. They know what you don't like because they hear you all the time. When you get these apps, that microphone, you got to allow it. And guess what? Background. So if they hear what's going on around or they see what's in the room, it's like, as far as like, it's a lot of women bashing men on this day in this area. All right, let's show it to all the men. You know, and then you got to think about who you following. Women ain't really following women like that. You feel me? Like, y'all probably follow y'all friends or whatnot, maybe y'all enemies. You know what I'm saying? But y'all following celebs and men.
Following some damn enemies.
Like, guys follow sports and women, and probably the homies, a couple of the homies, maybe your family.
Same vice versa.
So you seeing, because who you following, you're seeing nothing like guys. You're seeing nothing but women bashing men because you're not following men. Women see men bashing women, but they following men, and the men they probably follow are ones that really be on this shit because you're not following them for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on that. I think it's equal, but a lot of it be based off what I said in the last one, the programming. They'll, you know, just to put black men and black women together, so we just see that often. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm thinking. It's just the fact that the first part, they hear everything you say, and the second part, you following who you following. So you're gonna see this shit from the people you follow, or the people they following. You know what I'm saying? Or people like them. They figure you out.
To a certain extent, I agree with what you're saying, but I feel like that's kind of like a way of not holding people accountable and addressing the issues that are actually happening here. Like, okay, to a certain extent, we know like programming is happening, but people are having these lived experiences and they're sharing them. And now they're sharing them, and the masses is viewing it. Most of the time, we didn't have a way to share these things. So it's not about programming. It's just people have the platform to share these things now. So once we know that these things are happening, what is next? We can't just keep blaming programming, because now we're not holding each other accountable and saying, hey, this fucked up. We shouldn't do this anymore. I can't sit here and just keep blaming.
The second part of my synopsis wasn't about programming. It was about the people you actually following. If you go through your followers right now, I guarantee you follow more men than women. That's not celebrities.
These men are
or even celebrities.
Okay.
So I'm saying you seeing who you following, you seeing their stuff, the people that's like them.
Hearing their experience.
Yeah, but everyone has these experiences. So we're talking about bashing.
Experience. This is what everybody's sharing and having the same experience. So
I'm only addressing the topic. The topic is men bash women online.
Yes.
And women bash men online.
So then what?
But people just bash people. People are mad.
No, they're not. They're having human experiences. How do we fix this? What's happening?
And also, you should already know it's two sides to a story. So whatever you read online, it could be 100% cap. It be straight cap and gown. Because I've seen alleged people of doing things that end up getting back on that same platform and apologizing for it. So you can't just read stuff online and just say everyone's sharing their experiences. Some people are just mad and in their feelings and typing stuff that might not be that. And I'm talking about any gender.
Yeah, you do have your incels that's in the house and they weird and lame as fuck.
Mm-hmm. That's all they do.
Yeah, they don't have a life outside of being in the fucking house and on the phone all day. But majority of the people, I don't follow people like that, nor do I connect with them because I'm not a fucking weirdo. So I got actual real live people that I've either met before. I don't even have a large following because a lot of the following, I met those people before. Like I know them. So these people are sharing and saying that I'm having a hard time dating. Wow. Well, why are you having a hard time dating? Everybody I'm running into is saying this or doing this. Okay. How did we get here? Everybody's not making this up. If 3 bitches say you punch them in the head, I'm gonna believe you punching bitches in the head. Like I think this is happening. We need to address this. What's going on? What's making you want to punch bitches in the head?
So you think cops kill people every day? Cops kill black people every day?
Damn near.
All day?
Damn near.
What makes you think that?
From my lived experience.
You seen a cop kill somebody black every day?
Don't do that. Don't be dead.
That's the real though. That's what we do. That's what we do. We have our experience and we put our experience on everybody else.
That's just sharing your experience.
You can share your experience, but your experience cannot be right. It can be wrong. You can be wrong.
My experience, your experience, and her experience are 3 different experiences. It's something I'm sharing. That's what I was saying with algorithm and all of that on social media. Somebody will be able to relate and say, damn, I had that same experience because it's real. It's no right or wrong.
So look, I don't think we connecting here. My point is
you went all the way to left field.
Yeah, my point is because I answered the question. I said, yo, the only reason why whoever said, yo, why do men bash women, was it a male or a female? That brought that? A male said that?
Yeah, and I flipped it for women. As far as you the male, we female. So
look, you're gonna see who you follow because I know how social media works. So I know it's being shown to you.
That's why I said algorithm. We all know that.
It's like, I understand y'all stuff too. But I'm just answering the topic. You feel me? You're going to see that. But everyone bashes everybody on, I don't like talking like that. You're going to see people bash people online. You're going to see big people up online. But you're not going to see that too often because they don't advertise that. That's not getting the clicks. That's not getting the likes. That's not getting none of that. You know what I mean? The bad stuff is getting the clicks, the likes.
All right, man. Those topics. This was a really, really good episode. Episode 7 was lit. Okay, the topics we went over. We talked about Keith Lee with the ATL restaurant experiences and reviews he had, giving honest reviews. Men versus women. Men allegedly thinking realistically, women allegedly being so emotional that they can't think realistically, allegedly. And the last one is, do you feel as though men are constantly bashing women on social media, or do you feel like women are bashing men on social media? This was a really, really good episode. Episode 7 was lit with our guest, Miss B over there. Yes. This is so exciting. I can't wait for the next episodes to come and have so many more guests on the show. Kev, hand it off to you.
All right. Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna catch it.
But
look. Shout out to Niece for being on the show. You feel me?
Yes,
definitely had a great conversation. A lot of people going to talk about this episode. You know what I'm saying? Would definitely like you back on here again. I already know Mariah feel the same way.
Yeah, she's on the next one.
You know what I'm saying?
Next one.
Yeah, man. It's like at the end of the day, my big message to all of us, and I'm talking. I want to talk to my people. I want to talk to my people that look like me. Yeah,
Come on, brother Kev.
I feel like men and women that look like me, we all just need to open our arms, give each other a hug, and get back to normal shit. Cause this shit we doing ain't normal nowadays, man. It ain't normal. Or we're gonna have to make some new normal shit.
Yeah, we're gonna make some new normal shit.
Everybody.
I don't want to do that normal shit they was going back in the day.
Yeah. It was a little crazy. It was a little crazy. Yeah.
Wild. Okay.
We need some new normal shit.
Yeah, new normal, no evil shit. Let's just cut out all the evil shit. You feel me?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Let's do what we was here to, brought on this earth to do. And if you don't know what that is, figure it out, man. But yeah, man, it's your man KevEZe. You can follow me everywhere at KevEZe, KevEZe, for those who don't spell well. You know I don't judge. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say. Stills for 7 podcast had a crazy week, man. Salute to everybody that subscribed to the channel and all that. I just had to throw my shit out there, and the floor is got like.
Where can they find you at? Shout your socials out. Where can they catch you?
My Instagram, BEE cash 0515. My TikTok is scram dweeb, and that's exactly what I meant when I said what I meant.
What she said.
That's tough.
Dweebs that need to scram.
That's funny.
Check me out. I think I'm kind of funny. So yeah, follow me on the.
This lady is hilarious.
I was laughing earlier in the motherfucker. Like the first topic, I was rolling. You feel me? So yeah. She not lying.
She's a comedian. Okay.